The Joe Rogan Experience.
That's scary when that happens in training camp because you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
And you know the fight's like 2 or 3 weeks away.
Yeah.
And you know you're not going to be healed. So you go into the fight like,
knowing you're
fuck.
vulnerable. Yeah,
Dude,
fuck.
that happened before I fought Rothwell. He ended up knocking me out. But before that, a week before my last sparring session, Shane Carwin knocked me literally cold. And it's like, oh, we're a week away. And then your coach's like, yeah, I'll be all right, man. You shake it off. But in hindsight, I'm like, why would you guys let me fight, dude? Why would you let me fight that?
Well, also, why is Shane Carwin trying to knock you out?
Dude. Yeah, it was a savage.
That dude
now
hit
I think
so
back
hard.
on it. I'm like, what the fuck were we
he
thinking?
hit so hard. That dude hit so hard. He's a guy who didn't get his day in the sun either. You know, he had that loss to Lesnar where he came out, fucked Lesnar up in that first round, but then he just gassed out. He just lost all his juice. He was he put out so much energy trying to stop Lesnar.
So much muscle.
So much. And he just fucking
They could have
went
stopped
after
that
him.
fight, too.
They easily could have stopped that fight. And,
Shout out to Herb Dean.
and
for
they were
not stopping.
both champions. He was the interim champ. Lesnar was
He
the champ.
beat Frank Mir.
Yeah. He crushed Frank Mir with a ruthless series of uppercuts. Remember, he held him with one arm and blasted him with the
I was
other?
in his corner.
Fuck, dude. Fuck, dude. That was terrifying. That was what Shane Carwin was. He was at his peak. He was starching people.
And remember, before that, he starched Gabriel Gonzaga.
One punch. And after he had a broken nose.
Gonzaga broke his nose
Yeah,
and
Gonzaga
took him down.
fucked his nose up. Yep.
Shane popped up
And
went,
Shane
cool
hit him with
story.
a 6-inch right hand.
Cool story.
He went like this. Blank! Shut
Dude,
the lights out.
And then how about Gonzaga and Bigfoot Silva fought bare knuckle? That's how they're doing, sir.
know,
They found a
fuck,
bare
man.
knuckle and Gonzaga piece Big Silva up.
Yeah.
It's hard to watch.
Not good. Bigfoot Silva was a guy that when they made him get off the test, remember that? That was the rudest thing ever because
The rudest thing. But also, don't fight if you have to have that
he
stuff.
needed the money. He needed the money.
No, I'm saying like if you remember him on TRT, he was such a nightmare. He was
When he crushed Fedor.
huge, dude.
He crushed Fedor. Remember that?
Remember when Fedor went for an ankle lock on him? He just his
Cool
giant
story,
foot,
bro.
his giant foot, and Fedor's like hugging on his big toe, and he's going like this.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, you fucked up, Fedor.
You fucked up. You let a guy get on everything.
You're literally fighting a giant.
Yeah.
Also, the nicest guy in the world.
Super nice guy. But
How about I was training with him in?
he had a real reason to take test. When you take him off of it, he had an operation on his pituitary gland. He had a tumor.
Yeah.
He had a tumor that was he was literally producing too much growth hormone. That's why you become a giant like that. So then he has this tumor removed, and now his body's not producing anything.
I know.
Right? So he has to take stuff. But they say he can't take stuff. So he's just sick all the
Remember
time.
his fighting against Mark Hunt when he was on TRT, and they just went back and forth.
Oh,
it was
that's
like
right.
the
And
greatest
then-
heavyweight fight of all
and then
time.
afterwards,
Tested
he couldn't
hot.
take a shot. Yeah.
He tested hot.
Yeah,
and
he
you're like,
tested
"Oh."
hot. Yeah.
Dude, how about I trained with Bigfoot to get ready for Big Nog? And I didn't know they were like best friends. And I'm training with him. I'm like, this
no.
guy's great. Next day, I'm like, where the fuck is Bigfoot? I see a picture of him on Instagram with Big Nog.
Oh, boy. So he went to test you out?
I just think he came in and was like, he was the same. I know he was training there. And I don't think it was any like bad intention. I think he was like, all right, yeah, if you want to train, go ahead.
Dude, when he
didn't
got
pick
on
up
top of
anything.
Fedor, when he mounted Fedor, I was like, holy
and-
fuck.
That picture of just
Dude.
a giant on top of this kind of fat Russian and just fucking.
Dude, he was a building. He was like a building planted on his chest. Like, you're not shaking that off.
DC.
He's 300 pounds.
Remember when DC fought him? And I go,
yeah.
dude, you fucked him up. He goes, how can you miss? How can you miss? He goes, that's the easiest fight in the world. How do you miss? I threw a 1-2. They both landed. So, his head was this
It's
wide.
all in when you catch a guy, too. Like, where you catch him in his career and all in, like, what kind of testing are we talking about?
True.
That's the reality of, like, MMA pre-USADA is all when you catch them and what kind of testing.